Talking with Words.
Welcome back to Talking with Words. You're here with Rob.
Cameron.
And Ryan.
And tonight we're going to watch 2011's Sourcecode, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Michelle Monaghan, Vera Farmiga. Is that how you say her name?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Jeffrey Wright. Who else were you saying a minute ago?
Russell Peters?
Russell Peters. Yeah, he's in this. You know, people. This is directed by Duncan Jones, who did Moon.
And Warcraft.
Oh, yeah, I forget that movie exists.
Don't we all?
I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did. Of course, I didn't have anything riding on it. Never played World of Warcraft or anything, so.
Yeah, never heard of her.
Exactly. If you're unfamiliar, this movie is described as a soldier wakes up in someone else's body and discovers he's part of an experimental government program to find the bomber of a commuter train within 8 minutes. There were a lot of these movies around this time.
Yep.
Vantage Point. Well, I can think of two.
I mean, wouldn't you categorize Butterfly Effect kind of like this?
Butterfly Effect was like this. That was like 2000.
Butterfly Effect was like 2002, 2003, yeah.
With Ashton Kutcher. Ugh. All right.
Looper kind of falls into the same
A little
category.
bit of the same.
Yeah.
Who wants to do Parents Guide?
It's Ryan.
Ryan?
It's Coulter.
Oh, yeah. Coulter's up.
There we go.
RC.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the Sally accent tonight.
Or her accent tonight would be like, well, it's... She has the vid.
Rated PG-13 for some violence, including disturbing images and language. Sex and nudity, none. Violence and gore, moderate. Profanity, mild. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, none. Frightening and intense scenes is moderate.
Huh. It's weird for that not to be severe for us.
That's what we get for watching a PG-13 film.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't happen a lot, does it?
Just Ghostbusters and Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember a lot about this movie. No? Okay.
There's some codes and a source.
Yeah, there's definitely a code of some kind, and there's sources.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been since 2011 since I've seen this movie, so.
So you're tip-top.
Yep.
Yeah. Rewatchability, pretty high.
Apparently, yeah.
Clearly.
Apparently I had better things to
Once
do.
every 13 years or so, pop it in.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this thing. I'm the man in the box. Source code.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as I remember. It wasn't exciting as I remember, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we kind of already knew what was going to happen. So
I'd forgotten so much of this movie. It took me a long time to remember what it was.
yeah. Like I said, I don't know that I ever sat down and watched it all the way through, but I've seen bits and pieces of it about 14 times.
Yeah.
Enough that I've gotten the entire film collectively over like 3 years.
Well, if you watch 7 minutes of it, you got most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that what the average was? Like 7 minutes?
8 minutes.
It's supposed to be 8, but yeah, in
Yeah,
real
they
life,
can go
it was
back all the way
less.
to 8. It was like 7 and change, 6 and change.
And he went back 10 times.
Did you
Was
count
it
'em?
10?
Yep.
Did you do little tallies?
Yep.
I
Little binary joke there, maybe? Source code?
Yep.
I don't know. Can we talk about the score of this movie for a minute? Because Cameron said the same thing I was thinking.
Like 30 seconds into the film. Like, what are we doing here?
Full orchestra.
Yeah.
What a miss. Could have had a synth Matrix-y style. I don't know. It's just weird.
zeros.
It's just weird.
Do you think you can find the score and play that as the music
I will.
that everyone
I will.
just heard? But it's got to be like the
It was
intro
no Hans
music.
Zimmer.
Yeah. The intro music where it's just showing Chicago, but
Yeah.
it's like really intense, like Batman, the Dark Knight intro music.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird. It was odd.
Speaking of, they did film some of the Dark Knight in Chicago.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it all of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Dark Knight and Rises were both.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't think the first one was.
No.
I know the others were.
Yeah, all the scenes under the L there.
Yeah, because when they show Batman like on the towers and stuff, you can see it's 100% Chicago.
Yep.
So we were trying to think of some of the movies that this reminded us of because of the repeat scenario earlier, and then of course we came up with a bunch more after we got off mic.
Yeah. Like Deja Vu,
which
and Palm Springs.
was earlier. Palm Springs was just a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, it was 22. No, 20.
That sounds right.
19 or 20.
I watched it during COVID, I think.
Yeah, I watched it right after COVID.
I watched it here
Yeah, that's
You're welcome.
about 6 months ago.
So 14, 13, 2014, 2013?
Sure. Groundhog Day.
Yeah. What was the other one you said? The Tom Cruise
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which it was more like that than anything else, except it was supposed to just be a computer program.
The Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, that's what it
Edge of
is.
Tomorrow?
Shit, what'd I say?
Day After Tomorrow.
Oh, that's just another Gyllenhaal movie.
Yeah.
That 100%
You're
is.
mixing up your actors.
Yeah, you meant what I knew.
Yeah. I done heard you. So watching this again, there are a lot of things that I noticed that I'm sure I didn't notice the first time, like how everything was the same but different every time he went back.
Yeah, little adjustments.
So if it was the
each time.
guy's memory, it would be identical.
It should be identical every time, but like this third time, so it's almost identical the first two, and the third time is when he started calling out what exactly was going to happen, and
Yeah.
told the lady, "Oh, watch out!" Didn't spill the coffee on the shoe, and she was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
Do you... Spoilers.
And that's when he,
That's what we're here for.
when he
Right.
figured out that okay, it may not have to be exact every time.
Right.
Do you think that's when it clicked for him? Like, I think I can actually save them. I think I can actually make this happen, is when it wasn't the same every single time.
I mean, that has to put that thought in your head.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know if he thought he could save them at that point, but it was okay. This is fluid. And
Yeah.
isn't gonna be the same every time.
What was shooting
That's what she
ropes?
Because even Goodwin, when she's, like the various sequences that they have together, she's like, hey, nothing else matters. Like, this shouldn't be that difficult. Like, in her mind, it's almost like it's the same.
Yeah,
every
you're
single
running
time.
through
Yeah,
the same scenario.
should be.
Yeah, so why are you not making progress? Doesn't
Well,
make any sense.
That's how they understood it.
Right.
And he was the first viable candidate they had that matched
Which
Yeah.
was also weird.
penises and whatever.
Had to be the same girth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
size, weight,
Curvature.
peanut scape. But, I mean, technically in this movie, Jake Gyllenhaal was a zombie.
Basically, yeah.
He was undead, but he was alive.
Very RoboCop-esque.
Are you I thought
Did
you
you
were
have a
having like a stroke over there, but no, you're just messing with your headphones, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just pulling my...
Just yanking your wire.
Just pulling the goalie.
So the movie, it replays all these pieces and very quickly finds the bomb in the bathroom and then quickly again finds the bomber. And then it's more repeats of trying to stop the bomber while dying 9 times.
Yeah. And then it shifts over to I'm going to save everybody.
Send me back one more time so I can finish the
Yeah.
game. I mean, he never really beat the game.
Boss
if you're thinking of
level.
it like that. Yeah, boss level, exactly. Also, whoever wrote this had to have had either someone recently die, probably a dad, that had issues with, because it seemed like somebody was working something out in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, didn't need to be there.
Yeah, there was a lot of that was just kind of added
Yeah.
about how I need to talk to my dad. We ended things badly, and now I can never talk to him again. Yeah, it was just, it felt like somebody was working through some stuff when they made this movie.
Like, we don't need to humanize a guy who's already dead.
Or whatever. Ouch. This is also my first pod back since
Yeah, it is.
the liver surgery, so laughing hurts a little bit.
We're celebrating.
My
Shouldn't have been hanging out with Cinnamon Kid tonight.
that dude,
Jesus.
my gaping maw is sore. So yeah, he goes and he saves everybody and all that, but there were a lot of things that I was thinking of as we're watching this that are really, really weird. And we'll start with the first one that I wrote down. This guy, what's your middle name?
Coulter.
Coulter. He doesn't look like Gyllenhaal, who we're seeing. He looks like the other guy.
Yeah.
Similar girth, though.
Well, it has to be girthy or girthless, depending on how
Correct.
Coulter's working out. We see him like that. No one else sees him as him.
Everybody else sees him as Sean.
Yeah. So this love thing he's doing with this chick, he really just took over this guy's body, possessed him, and is banging his friend.
Going in for the kill.
But think about that another step further. The last one, because this is it sends
Technically, he's raping himself at that point.
because it's interdimensional, right? So you're switching over to a different dimension and taking over this guy's body. If that's how we left it at the end, that's kind of how I understood it. Because
Yeah,
he,
it is.
Once he saved everybody, that version of him, since they killed his body, this is going to make a little bit of sense.
Mhm.
It's only an hour and a half movie. Go watch it.
Yep.
So the guy that he's in is essentially dead. He killed that guy, took his body, and now is living that guy's life. He's got a lot of weird shit to look forward to.
It's pretty crazy.
If you think about it, because that guy's entire life is now a Freaky Friday situation that he has to go through.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just weird when you think about it.
That is weird. How did he lose his mind? I don't know.
I want a follow up of this, of the other guy trying to get back. Source code Redux. 100101.
Yeah, my brain's hurting a little bit here.
Just fighting inside the skull.
Yeah, in the tank that he's in.
Yeah.
It looked like a pod, like an escape pod.
Yeah, he's trying to take advantage there because he's missing everything from the navel down.
Yeah, he's never met this girl before, but he's going to go bang her with this guy's body. Also,
100% now. Let's go.
yeah, he's back. I'm back, baby. Also, in the end reality that they left him in, he sent Goodwin a email that she got, so she knows that it produces a whatever we're going to call it, another dimension, multiverse, if you will. That's the word.
Alternate
today.
ending.
Yeah. So she knows that guy is taken over by this man in the box, RoboCop here, that they have. Also, she was a horrible employee. Am I breaking you?
What happens if she does the kill switch
To the one that's
like now?
there? Yeah. Would anything happen?
I don't know. But then what?
Everybody would die.
Yeah, but
The entire timeline just.
Yep.
So, actually, I think the sequel to this is Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
they didn't have the
That checks
TVA in source code.
This was them trying to create the TVA. Jeffrey Wright, I mean, why is he so popular now? He created the TVA and gave
TVA.
himself so many more roles.
Yep.
It makes more sense now. Yeah, that shit was weird. When you start thinking about it just a little bit, real rapey.
Yep.
So I'm also thinking through the sequences when he goes back in to try and find the bomber and everything. The one where he takes Christina off the train,
Yeah.
confronts the...
Sick guy?
Sure.
Yeah.
You go ahead and define who...
I'm going to help you on this one.
I was like,
the sick fella.
yep, that's the one. This was it kind of gave it away because when the train, we've been drinking a little bit, when the train blew up,
Yeah.
he didn't die. He didn't reset,
Right.
which would, right? Like that was probably his eye-opening moment of like,
That was the 8 minutes,
something can happen here.
and I'm still here.
And then he died because he was on the train tracks, and then everything else reset. But he was the train blew up.
Yeah.
Theoretically, the body that he's supposed to be in is supposed to be on that train and is supposed to be dead.
So you
And now
timed
he's
one.
not.
You timed one of them, and it wasn't a full 8 minutes. A couple times.
It was like 6.5.
So
yeah.
did he hit the full 8 minutes on that one? And
Well, that one would have been normal for the Derek Frost, the bomber,
yeah,
because they didn't change anything with him in that one.
Correct.
right.
So that makes sense that he went past the 8 minute mark just to be hit by a train, because when you're in these movies, you get very accident prone. He died a lot.
Yep. And again, the 8 minutes is
My question is, did he actually pass the 8 minutes in that one?
I think so.
Right.
Because the 8 minutes is supposed to be from activation to you're dead, blow up. That's the 8 minute slot.
Because that's how much time that guy's brain has in it, according to the source code people.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
But he went past the bombing in that one with the sick guy on the bench and
Sick guy.
lived just in time to get
That's
hit by
right.
the express train.
He made it to 8:03.
Yeah. Good guy.
Because there wouldn't be much of a movie if he didn't get hit by that train.
Yeah, he's just like,
Just be
well,
over.
this is weird.
Hey, this is pretty cool.
And then if they pull the plug on him, what happens? I guess nothing, because he's already in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of
The other guy
lot of
gets to take
loopholes.
back over.
And he comes out and he's like, what the fuck? Why are we on a date in Morocco?
Yeah.
What if
Did I get off at the wrong stop, or what's going on here?
what if Captain Colton?
Coulter.
Coulter?
Coulter Stevens.
Coulter? What if he does this again?
Right. Could there be an infinite amount of...
If they get a new kind of terrorist act or whatever and he's a match, this could happen again.
At the end of the day, everyone on Earth...
I
Is
was
it
going to
Coulter?
say, on a long enough timeline, he's everybody.
No, I don't think so, because you put him in a hot chick's body once, he's never leaving again. He's just going to be in the bathroom all day playing with himself.
Hot chick.
Yeah, but if they restart him, he keeps going in one timeline, and
Yeah, no. I mean, that's what it would become if you just kept letting it roll.
but can the timelines communicate with one another?
They
Because
can't
they're
even
all
communicate
him.
with each other.
Technically, they're all Andy Serkis.
Long enough time, everyone is Andy Serkis.
I mean, you're Goodwin getting these emails. It's just like, hey, this worked. I'm kind of out of a job right now. But it's kind of not.
But if it worked, then she would want to stick with it to say, see, her character is the worst in this entire thing. She signed up for the source code project. In the, let's call it reality A, the one that she's in when we start the movie.
Sure.
We have to do this to save millions of lives. They do it. They succeed. They stop the bomber from doing any other nuclear shit. And then immediately after, she's like, oh, well, we need to kill him because we told him, your whole point was to save lives. You're not going to kill him because you know he can do it again and keep saving people.
Right.
Is one RoboCop worth 20 million lives?
She's the agent on the inside. She knows it works, so
She'd keep doing it.
yeah.
If you know it works. And,
She just can't let anybody else know.
well, in the A reality.
Yeah.
In A reality, she doesn't have any of that information. She just knows it
Right.
worked, and they told him they'd kill him. And Jeffrey Wright's character is like, let's wipe him, which means they've tried this before
Mm-hmm.
on some level, and use him again. Yeah, why wouldn't you do that? Because then you could save more people next time. All her decisions at the end of the movie were really stupid to me. A, you're going to go to jail,
Yep.
and not fun jail, military jail. They had the MPs come in and take her away after she killed their source code girth man that fit the profile, potentially the only guy that it works for.
But so in that reality, though, like she gets that email.
That's reality B, too.
Yeah. She
Green.
gets that email and comes back.
We're talking about the first one, though. So in the
Oh,
second one, she gets the email. She
Right.
knows it worked. But in that reality, they were able to stop it before it happened, right?
Right.
So also in that
But
reality,
they didn't know they were the ones that stopped it, though. They're just like, oh.
only she did.
Yeah, she was the only one that knew. They're like, oh, it was thwarted. And so, like, technically in that realm, dimension, timeline, they won without doing anything.
Right. And here's the problem with that.
Beforehand.
You can't do that again in that timeline because he's back in the box. So the only way to have that project work in that timeline is for something to happen, them to send him in, him to stop it, and then send another Coulter out to do another.
So it's an infinite loop of him stopping stuff, them not realizing they stopped it, and trying to find another thing to prove it. So it'll just keep going and going and going. They'll stop everything that, like, they'll go until they stop it. New timeline starts.
But
they can't verify they stopped it, so they don't think they've been successful, and they have to try again.
It'll never get to that
point.
So
they're being ridiculously successful without knowing they're successful.
This is why I hate movies with time paradoxes, why I wrote paradoxal. You need a marker. You need something.
I like that every time we talk through a theory.
Damn it, Leo.
There's a little bit of silence because we're mulling over our own theory in our head.
Like, hold on, does that pay out? Okay, yeah, it does.
I'm going to lose sleep tonight. I don't like this.
Yeah, they left it way too open-ended for anyone that thinks about it beyond what the movie is to be comfortable with the ending of this film. I want to see this guy not 2 years down the line. I want to see him next week talking to this girl, and she's like, let's go to that place you love. I've actually never been to Chicago before. Like, he doesn't know where he lives. He doesn't know anything about himself, the body he's in.
Because at that point, it's
he
just
knows
like
a little bit about
multiplicity. The personalities are different starting here.
He's a history teacher. That's all he knows, which is apparently on his driver's license, I guess.
Yeah. It had to have been like a school ID.
His school ID was back there.
Was it? Okay. I love the bomber open. It's like, oh, yes, Coulter. I see you're a teacher. It's like, why would you see that on it? And when you open his...
No, his name was Sean.
Oh, Sean. Sorry. Yes.
Sean Fassbender or something like that.
The multiverse has destroyed me. Yeah, a lot of weird shit going on. Looked good.
Yeah.
Except for the CGI trees in the background on the train.
And
I didn't love it.
So
otherwise, yeah.
I did the Sally Pickett trivia.
Sweet tweed jacket.
His jacket was delightful. I bought one.
Looks like your flea market jacket.
Yeah.
I'm still upset I didn't buy those shoes.
They're probably still there.
Let's go to Clinton.
The bombs in the van.
Yeah.
The only thing real in that van was the American flag box.
It was all CGI?
Yep.
That looked good.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
The Geiger counter was real.
So the only thing in there was...
My Geiger counter doesn't have a light on it, and it's the same model. The new ones have lights on them.
Oh.
The old ones, they're just the yellow box with the white radial display, and it just makes that...
The little needle.
I can't even figure out a way to make that noise. Nope, that's a cat.
You almost had it.
We were watching The Hills Have Eyes. There would be plenty examples.
Where is my Geiger counter up here? That's in the garage.
Also in that stack of DVDs, the original and the new one.
The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good back-to-back.
Oh, yeah. Get ready, Cameron.
No.
Don't worry. We won't have it here next Thursday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
I'm trying to think, like, maybe there is a reason why I didn't rewatch this.
Yeah.
Now.
Looking back,
yeah,
I was like, yeah, I remember enjoying that movie. And maybe it was just the idea of the
When you were younger and dumber?
Yeah, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was a lot younger and dumber 13 years ago. And way healthier.
Weren't we all? Laugh without pain?
Yeah. Someday.
And maybe I just watched Avatar with some dude who also oddly doesn't have legs at work, can go into another universe and, have legs. And so I was like, oh, maybe it's kind of like that.
They're getting along so well.
Yeah.
And one of them had an amazing career after this movie. Wasn't Sam. Whatever happened to him? He's still making movies.
Yeah.
Sally we tried to watch one the other day, and it was we made it about 15 minutes.
What one?
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of Australian and European films. I mean,
Makes
I'm pretty
sense.
sure he's from Australia. Australia or New Zealand?
I
Pretty
don't
sure
know.
it's Australia.
We'll go with it.
I mean, the best thing I think he did was Salvation.
Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
Avatar was his big.
Avatar. There
and
was
he
something else.
Never
after
did
that.
anything after it.
I mean, he's still doing them.
Was he in Avatar 2?
Yeah.
2? Still haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a water guy.
Are you a fire guy?
Yeah, fire guy.
So the next one.
Yeah.
I'm saving that time for Storm of the Century.
Oh yeah. You need to collect those hours.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Oh, Clash of the Titans.
Oh, yeah,
that's
the other
right.
one.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, he did a few, but he just never got back up after Avatar.
Yeah, he's in The Exorcism, the new one with.
Is that a paraplegic joke? That's messed up, man.
At least you picked up on it.
That's messed up. I hope that laugh hurts a little bit.
It does. They all hurt.
That's pretty good.
It was really weird when I got home after the surgery. My right lung had partially deflated. I physically couldn't laugh, and it was a weird sensation. I mean, I didn't want to laugh a lot at that point,
Sure.
but I had a couple times where I would like go to laugh, and it would just be like,
Drift, Sabotage, and Man on a Ledge. Man on a Ledge was the other one I was thinking of.
oh yeah, that movie sucked.
I didn't say it was great.
So which one of those did you try and watch with Sal Pal?
It wasn't one of those. It was a newer one. It was like a drama, married couple,
Pass.
something. Yeah. We turned it on, and about 10 minutes in, she's like, we can change this if you want. I was like, I would love that. It was odd. I mean, it might be a great movie. I don't know. We only made it 10 minutes.
Nah.
Yeah, Man on a Ledge.
Under the Banner of Heaven.
Banner. Which one was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It just looked like the most drama, least violent one
We'll go with it.
from 22.
Man on a Ledge I watched on a plane coming back from China, and I remember 10 minutes in, I was like, oh, okay, this is the entire movie. I got it figured out. And then for the next hour and a half, I watched exactly what I knew was going to happen, and I was pissed the entire time, but I couldn't get up because I was in the center row, 6'3", and all this sea of small Asian people. If I get up and try to go to the bathroom, I'm going to kill 6 people stepping on them.
Godzilla.
It was, yeah.
Oh, God, you.
What else about this movie?
I don't know. I think that's about it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Anything else? Do you have any more trivia? Sally's not here, so
No.
other
Oh.
trivia.
There was something about the time.
Was
Jake
there an issue
Gyllenhaal
with the timeline?
did a lot better movies after this. See, if we started earlier, we could have watched Knight Rider,
Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler. God damn, I am all over the place. I'm not watching Knight Rider.
No. And they didn't even give you the good pain meds.
No, I didn't take any oxys or anything. It's just, hey, make this numb.
Acetaminophen and Coke Zero.
Yep.
There's nothing.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, that was fun.
Scratch that from the record. Sean and Christina approach an art piece known as The Bean.
Yeah, in Chicago, the big chrome bean.
The
Yeah.
Bean.
Didn't they remove that this year?
Not sure. Actually called Cloudgate. The sculpture was designed based on parabolic calculus, the same theory in which the film is based.
Huh.
That's kind of fun.
I didn't know Beans knew calculus.
They're not the jumping beans you're thinking of.
Bean.
Mr. Bean?
Flick.
The
Going to flick it.
the largest sex symbol in Europe. Mr. Bean.
Yeah, he is.
That was fun. Also, I got to see a Nokia slide.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I haven't seen one of those for a long time.
Little Bing search
Everybody
engine
on their
there.
crackberries.
Yeah, they got the crackberries open.
Didn't see a single iPhone in this thing.
Hey, do you have the internet on your phone?
No, it's just for work stuff.
That was interesting. Not a single iPhone in this film.
Yeah, they weren't out yet.
Yeah, they were.
Were they?
When
In
did-
11?
when did this
So they
movie come
filmed,
out?
that means they filmed it in like 09?
They filmed it in 9/10. iPhone came out in 2000.
No.
Eight,
Yeah. Like iPhone came out when I was in like
Preschool?
probably
Yeah.
like 8th grade, 9th grade.
Yeah, but you're 10 years younger than us.
Doesn't check out.
Still, no iPhones.
were around.
You're right. No iPhones, though.
They probably were like fourth generation,
My
third generation.
my roommate in college got one when we were like seniors.
I mean, it would have been...
And that would have been like 2008.
Telling you.
That's what I was thinking, like 7 or 8. Look it up.
You look it up. Shit.
Where's my phone?
Like, what am I looking up?
It's over there.
When the
When
iPhone
did
came
the
out?
iPhone come out? Yeah. That would have been a lot easier to write an email
June
on.
29th, 2007.
There you go.
Mid 07.
So-
So yeah, that makes sense.
When they were filming the movie, probably. Or right before.
Yeah, but everybody had Palm Pilots and Nokias and Razors and
Blackberries.
Crackberries.
Yeah. Because that was in 07, I had my BlackBerry for work.
Yeah.
Yeah. With my little scroll ball from Centipede.
Yep.
That's all I could think of when I had it. The ball from Centipede.
Flicking your own little bean.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's hard not to do. What else? I mean, this movie repeats enough. It's kind of
Stop
hard
saying
to...
that. You're repeating too. What else?
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
It's fine. I mean,
That's
honestly,
Cameron's catchphrase, I think, from now on. It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't want to watch it again for a while.
Let's wait another 13
still
years.
missing your catchphrase though.
I'm going to do what? Still missing mine?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we don't have anything to unpack.
I know.
I was even thinking about it after, who was it that you sent me that?
Oh no, I was on a conference call last week, and we
That's
get about 5 minutes into the call, and one of my coworkers that was on the call just goes, "Give it a few minutes because we got a lot to unpack here." I was like, "God damn it, where's Rob?"
Yes. Oh, I even thought about it because you sent me that, and then I
Yeah.
watched the movie and I was like, "There's nothing to unpack."
Yeah,
There's theories to unpack.
I mean,
We unpacked a few theories.
we unpacked the time jump raping guy. Also, there is one more note I had.
Mindfucker.
He writes a email to Goodwin, and at the bottom he says, "Just make sure you tell him everything's gonna be okay." No, tell him more than that.
yeah,
You now know that you can go into alternate universes and live there. Don't tell him everything's gonna be okay. Tell him stop everything and you'll be immortal.
yeah. That is very vague
Yeah, don't.
and unhelpful.
That's got to be part of that. Somebody just died in this guy's life, and he's like, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Hey, don't sweat the small stuff, guy. Just get out of here with that.
By the way, you're welcome because you were arrested by the MPs, and we're going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
There's another world where you are going to jail for a long time. Be happy you're not there.
Yeah, you're welcome. I did that.
That was all
federal
me.
pound me in the ass penitentiary.
That's the one.
Yep.
Pound me in the ass prison. Yeah. Hey,
Conjugal
check out
visits.
Channel 6.
Oh, we should do that one.
I
At
was
some
going to
point.
say, that's a good one to do.
I need a comedy.
add it to
You
the
guys got to
list.
give me a comedy or
Like
something.
the one we were just referencing,
What
About
is
Office
that?
Space.
Office Space.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be fun.
Cameron looks thrilled.
Hey, check out the tits on Channel 5.
Let's
You
do
seen that
one.
movie?
It's probably been since 2011.
All right, well, it's only 11:30. Let's go.
No. Those pain meds are going to be kicking in pretty soon.
I hope so. Fuck.
And
Some of us actually have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to follow up tomorrow, too, so hopefully get my glue off.
At what, like 11?
Yeah. Hey, it takes me a long time to get ready to do anything.
That's fair.
It means I got to leave by like 10.
Mind the potholes.
Oh, my God. It's the
Oof.
worst. I have a recurring dream of everything falling out of my stomach. Just disembowelment, essentially. That'll be fun when I'm old.
Yep.
ugh.
At least you're not dreaming about being the deep and getting
The hands and the gills.
gill fingered.
Have you seen that scene?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
When he said that, I was like, yeah, you should have sent me that. Didn't know if it was too soon. That doesn't really exist for me.
Yeah.
Let's get those hands in there.
Yeah. He referenced. I was there. He actually told me that. He was like, I really wanted to send him this. I was like, you should have. I think that was the day you came home from the day you came home from the hospital. The day after.
Oh, so I would have laughed like,
Yeah.
'cause my lungs couldn't take it in. That's what she said.
Did you get one deflated?
Yeah, just one.
Was that intentional or accidental?
I don't know. They might have just been tired of me talking.
I don't know. You got along so well with your
with my
nurse.
night nurse.
Yeah.
I don't.
Soft hands.
I've
Very
always
gentle.
talked to you about this. Yeah. He was like I told him, I was like, give me your information. I'll get you on the. I'll have you on the pod. I'll have you call in. Like, he was great joking around, dumb shit. And then the night he'd give me my little drugs and everything and be like, all right, you want to kiss now? Or I was like, can you hold them all until the very end and just give me all the kisses? And then I left like a day early. I was like, what about my kisses? Where's my guy?
I think everybody underestimates how dark of a sense of humor a lot of nurses have.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're not.
You gotta have a messed up sense of humor to work at the hospital.
Yeah, you got to get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was helping everybody how I could, except for that guy that took out my catheter. That, ugh. It's like on 3, and he yanked it. It's like, oh,
1. Ugh.
That was a sensation.
Ugh.
And it takes like 48 hours for the strength to come back. So I just was sitting there like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh,
Just pissing.
well,
Whoopsie daisy.
missed that one. It wasn't fun.
No.
And you don't know when you're done either. It's like, all right, well, I pissed in my little bedpan thing. Like, all right, I think I'm done. And then I'd stop, and then I'd go again like 3 seconds later. Like, why is this happening? Yeah, no uterus strength.
Yep.
I think we need a pod on all these stories.
Just hospital events.
yeah.
I do want to know if, when they woke me up, anything happened. I didn't get to ask because I was in a hallway being rushed around when I came to. But the last time when I had my shoulder surgery, they were like, yeah, you hulked out a little bit, so we had to kind of,
Restrain you.
yeah, put me down a little bit, back down a little bit.
I was gonna say, the one time I had surgery, I came out of it somewhere between the operating room and PACU. Like, coming right back in is where I came back to.
They said I came out of it in the, I was in the operating room because it was a small like operating suite.
Mm-hmm.
And they said my arm that worked, I tried to like pull the shit out of me. And they were like, okay, stop him. And I'm also a large man. They're like, stop him. So they knocked me back in a little bit, I think.
And a 92-pound surgical tech trying to hold your
Yep.
arm down.
Just throw him across the room like the Hulk.
Yeah.
You don't remember this, but I was there.
That makes sense, actually. I have your fingerprints bruised into my shoulder, holding me down. Restrain him. All right, well, source code. That was fun. Gyllenhaal.
Yep.
I'll give it another 13 years or so.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. This is all fun.
What was fun was coming back and doing the pod.
Well, it's been,
That's what was fun.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back.
I got to put one out tomorrow. It's been too long. All right, well, with that, go check out robgilchristbooks.com, Saturns for Suckers. Go listen or watch. I prefer you watch because it's more fun. Our Jonathan Mayberry podcast. We were lucky enough to have him on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, almost a month ago
Almost
now.
a month now.
Yeah.
He was so much fun to talk to. He's going to come back on after his new book.
His third
Kagan.
and Kagan, yeah.
Yep.
August 26th, maybe?
Ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into August.
That was really fun talking to him. He's one of our favorites. He does the Joe Ledger series, if you're not aware, and he talked to us for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think it was awesome. I think Wenger didn't know what he was getting into.
Giddy as a schoolgirl.
He was very giddy. We were all a little giddy.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. Thanks, Mr. Mayberry, for joining us on that. Go check that pod out. And Charlie,